like this is a book that's going to truly stick with me forever. Am I gonna be able to get out of here? And he's like, no. Hi guys, welcome to today's video. I'm very excited. Not sure what we're calling it. I just know we're going to be doing a little bit of this and that, which mainly means reading, book updates, maybe some baking. I have been meaning to make this pumpkin muffin cinnamon roll recipe, and I have some cans of pumpkin that I need to use up before they expire, which honestly I don't even think they really expire. Do they expire? They'll probably expire next year, but need to use that before the pumpkin season is over. I am very excited to show you guys a book haul, but before I get into that, remember when I said I was going to do a reading vlog? Yeah, that didn't happen. My apologies. I was totally going to do a reading vlog of Mate as well as Soul Searching, and I think a couple other books, but hate to tell you, I read them without vlogging. I feel like the end of October, I've just been in such a mood of not talking while reading. I think I read like 6 books towards the end, like the second half of October, and I just did not vlog about it, didn't make any sort of videos. I don't know why. I don't know why. So I'm here to tell you guys my thoughts on them really quick. Mate, this is a continuation of Bride, which is her first book, and I actually liked Bride a lot better than I liked this book. From what I've seen online, it's actually the opposite. People really liked Mate better than Bride. I guess I'm the opposite. I liked Bride better than Mate. It was still really good, but I feel like the pacing was a little bit slow for me. Just remember the first half, Cohen was really confusing to me, and he was actually pissing me off because he was like fighting his connection with Serena, and I don't know, he was being so confusing. Like, he was being so mean, but he knew he had a connection with her, and it just wasn't making sense to me. I can't remember what I rated it. I think I rated it 3.5, 3 stars, 4 stars. And obviously, if you follow me on Fable or Goodreads, you've already seen my review or my rating. But this is just a reminder because I clearly can't remember what I rated it. Okay, yeah, I gave it a 3.5, so it was still really good. I gave Bride 4.5. That's how much I loved Bride. Like, there was something in that book and I could not put it down. But this was still good, just not as good as Bride for me, personally. Soul Searching by Lyla. I was so freaking excited about this book. This again is the same author that wrote the Done and Dusted series. I think it's called Rebel Blue Ranch. Right? Yes. It's kind of a tongue twister, I'm not even gonna lie. The Rebel Blue Ranch series. This is her first take on a paranormal romance. I don't know if I will be continuing with the series. This was such a letdown for me. I cannot understand what the plot was to save my life. And also the main male character, boring. So Brady, boring. I'm so sad that I did not enjoy this book because I was so excited, and I love Lyla Sage and her writing, and this just didn't read like her writing. I feel like her writing is usually so addicting and you can fly through the pages so easily. That was not the case with this book. I don't know why. I felt like it was just dragging, and for what? She is a ghost whisperer, I think, right? She can basically talk to ghosts and vice versa, but boring. Like, how can you make that boring? And I believe the next book is going to be about her twin sister. Again, like I said, I don't think I'm going to be continuing, and I gave this 2 stars. Okay, some other books that I read on my Kindle that I was going to read for that reading vlog but ended up not doing it was The Late Night Witches by Orly Wallace. I really enjoyed that book. It honestly reminded me of a little bit of Halloween Town and Practical Magic. It was just so whimsical. I loved it. I feel like it is the perfect Halloween fall book. I highly recommend it for next season if you guys are interested in those type of genres or books. Ate it up. Loved it. If you're not sure what it's about, it's basically about a family. Well, not even a family. It's about a mom who is trying to protect her family from vampires. She finds out that she's a witch. Her mission is to slay these vampires and protect her family. So that is exactly what the story follows. And I think I gave that 4 stars. It was really good, really fun. A little bit of comedy. It was just cute. I really, really enjoyed it. If you really like The Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I think you'll really like this book as well. Okay, my next book was a Frida McFadden book, and it was The Intruder, which is her new release. And Frida is a hit or miss for me. I did recently read The Surrogate Mother. I think that's what it was. Gave that 4 stars, maybe 4.5. That one, so good. If you haven't read it, highly recommend, because I just wanted to shake the characters like, hey, this is not normal. But regardless, I really enjoyed that one. And then right after, I read The Intruder, and I did not like it. It was a very quick read, but the premise of the story was not giving me thriller. It did not read like a thriller. I was never once thrilled. I feel like it actually should have been renamed as The Hoarder, and if you've read the book or you're gonna read it, you'll understand why. Those are my thoughts on my recent reads. Well, not completely recent reads, but the books that I was gonna read in my reading vlog. Those are my thoughts. Okay, so here is my book haul. I'm very excited to show you guys. So a couple weeks ago, my sister and I, we went to Orlando for the Jonas Brothers concert, and we went to go watch them with my cousins. While we were there, we stopped by a romance-only bookstore, and we decided to pick out one book, and then when we're done reading them, we're gonna swap it with each other, and we're also gonna annotate to see what all we thought and just have a good time, which I'm so freaking excited about. I don't know if you guys follow me on TikTok, but I made a TikTok video about it, and honestly, it was probably everyone's favorite part of the trip, was going to that bookstore. We were probably in there for 1.5 hours to nearly 2 hours, just laughing and having the best time. Let me show you guys what my sister and I picked. So this was my pick, which is Burnout by Rebecca Jenshak. I think that's how you say her last name. Basically what this is about is he is a pro motocrosser. I think that's what they're called. And he ends up finding himself with no team because he has such a bad reputation. And he ends up finding himself in her gym. And she is an Olympic gymnast. I assume she helps out in the gym. And he's basically asking for her help to train him. I don't really know how that goes together, but we'll find out. So that is my pick. So my sister's pick is Silver Linings by Violet Page. We tried to pick books that we had not heard of or was a first in the series. Those were the only rules. That was my pick. The second book actually intrigued me more, but this is the first in the book, and I'm scared that it's like an interconnected series where we were gonna find this couple story in the next one. So anyway, that is why I picked that one. I believe the second one is a football romance, but I can't remember. This one is about the main female character. She works at a bookstore, and the bookstore is threatening to close, so she finds herself owning it, like she buys the bookstore. I believe that overwhelms her. So in comes our main male character, and he is running away from his life from New York City, and I believe he is going to help her out with her bookstore because I think he lives above the bookstore and is going to be her knight in shining armor and help her. So that is what this is about. It sounds really cute, and also the cover, stunning. The other two books, you know what? I'm going to play the TikTok right now. That way you can see, because I don't remember the names of them from the top of my head. For my birthday haul, my sweet, kind BFF, bestie for life, watched my last video, and she probably saw that I recently bought Powerless by Elsie Silvers, and you know what she did? She bought the rest of the series to complete it for me. Excuse me? How freaking cute is she for doing that? Like, okay, period. And then she also got me People Watching by Hannah Bonam Young, and I have heard mixed reviews about this. I'm also currently reading this. I think I want to say I'm like 54%, 56% through, and I've seen a lot of mixed reviews, but we are going to be reading the rest of this in this vlog. I'm also reading The Mad Wife on my Kindle, and that one is supposed to be like a psychological thriller in the 1950s. Like, that's where we're set. Why did I say like that? That's like the setting. We're in the 1950s. And the cover is really what pulled me in. And when I was in Barnes looking at books, I want to say it was the Barnes Book Club pick for the month. Not sure, but I'm reading it on my Kindle. I'm on chapter 10 and I need the story to go somewhere. I feel like it's a little too slow for it to be a psychological thriller, so I'm waiting for it to pick up. So those are my rambles, those are my ratings, and my book haul. Let's do some reading. To talk to you about this book, and then I realized I will use anything besides a bookmark to keep my place in a book, or sometimes I just won't use one at all and just try to remember where I am. So anyway, I'm using a lens cap today. So I'm on chapter 19, and I would say maybe I have 15% left, and I feel like I could definitely finish it today, but I'm not going to. And you know why? Because I feel like I haven't watched TV in such a long time. Like, I'm trying to think about the last show that I watched, not including Dancing with the Stars, because I'm fully caught up. I am watching live every single Tuesday. I can't remember for the life of me the last TV show that I watched. And there's a lot of shows that are out currently. I made my favorite sleepy time tea, which I always drink at night if I remember. I've been seeing a lot of discourse about Selling Sunset, the newest season that came out, and I have yet to watch the new seasons. I'm gonna watch that and drink some tea, and then probably catch up, or not catch up, but continue reading The Madwife before I'm going to sleep, because it's just easier and more fun to read on my Kindle. Updates on people watching? No updates. You know what? It's kind of giving me similar vibes to, what is the new Abby Jimenez book that came out? Honestly, no, I'm not going to say that. The only similarity there is both of their moms had dementia. No, Alzheimer's. That's the only similarity, so I don't even know why I brought that up. But you know what I noticed? He has the exact same nickname as the main male character did in Mate. They both have, I'm pretty sure it was Mate. Someone's nickname in a recent book that I read was Killer, and his nickname for her is also Killer. And while it did not bother me in the last book I read, I can't remember, I want to say it is Mate. It did not bother me in that book, but him calling her Killer in this book, it's bothersome. I don't know about this one, guys. It's just really interesting because I really don't see any chemistry between the two main characters. It's a lot of lust and physical chemistry, I guess, and it happened out of nowhere. And the main male character is very sexual. Like, something's wrong with him, I feel like. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you guys enjoyed that book. Comes off way too strong. That's the only way I can really explain it. I don't know, there's something so off about him that I cannot get down with. Like I said, I'm gonna watch some Selling Sunset. Let me know if you guys have watched, because there's some real tea that I have been reading, and apparently the reunion episode just came out as well. So I'm gonna catch up on that, drink some tea, and we'll catch up later. Been a couple of days. The clips that you just saw were from a few days ago, and so I just kind of want to reiterate what all I did because I never picked up the camera to talk, and I hope you guys are not slanted or tilted because you guys are on my bed. While I was on my walk in the morning, I was listening to people watching, and I believe I ended up finishing the book later that day. Kind of enjoyed the story, but our main male character was truly giving me the ick. I feel like if we had a better main male character, it would have been so much better because I wanted to get out of his perspective so bad. The stuff that would come out of his mouth and the things that he was thinking about, questionable, very, very questionable. This is my first Hannah Bonam Young book. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I know a lot of people love Out on a Limb. I think that's what it's called. It's like the first book in that interconnected series, and I heard the second one was also good. I don't think this is a part of that, but this was definitely not my favorite, and I think I'm going to give it 2.5 stars. I don't know if I would recommend it either. I'm going to give this to my friend to read and see what she thinks. I'm very excited to see what she thinks and if she is gonna enjoy it. If you're watching this, hopefully you have this book right now, Samika, and you're reading it. But yeah, I just can't wait to know your thoughts. Yesterday, when I went on my morning walk, I started an audiobook, which was You Shouldn't Have Come Here by Jeneva Rose, and I have the physical copy. It's somewhere over here. I'm too lazy to get it because it's under a bunch of stuff, but I have the physical copy, and I was like, I really want to get it off of my TBR because I think it's actually only been a year or two that it's been on my TBR, but I really wanted to get that off my TBR, and I was like, this is the perfect time of the year to read it. So I was listening to it and I was really into it. I finished it earlier this morning. I was at the dumbest ending ever. Truly the dumbest ending. Like, I guessed it super early on, but I thought that they would articulate it better than what was in my head and what I was thinking, but no. Like, I thought my ending was better than how it really ended. It just didn't make sense, and I don't want to spoil it for you if you are going to read it, but it didn't make sense. If you don't know what You Shouldn't Have Come Here is about, it's basically about this girl who goes to a cabin, like an Airbnb, for a personal retreat. Like, she just wants to get away from her personal life, and she goes to this cabin, and the Airbnb owner also lives there. They have feelings for each other, basically has an obsession with her, and she was like, oh, like, am I gonna be able to get out of here? And he's like, no. There are other obstacles. Are there? There really weren't that many obstacles, honestly. Honestly, if you're looking for a thriller, I don't recommend it because it didn't really feel like that much of a thriller. The first half felt like a romance, a really bad, cliche, cheesy romance. The ending just wasn't worth it. If you are a thriller junkie, I think you will hate the book. Maybe if you're new to a thriller, you might enjoy it, but I feel like I've been reading thrillers a lot recently, and I feel like that's why I didn't enjoy it and why I also predicted the ending very early on. Yeah, I would love to know your thoughts if you have read it because it's been out for a couple of years now. It's been out, yes. Why did I just repeat that? Yeah, it's been out for a couple of years. A lot of mixed reviews again with this one. A lot of people have rated it 1 star to 5 stars. So I'm gonna give it 2. Not doing too well with the books I've been reading. Maybe this vlog will fix that. Well, I don't know. I don't know, actually. Otherwise, my next update for The Mad Wife, I don't have an update because I'm still not finished with The Mad Wife. However, I am really enjoying it. Let's see where I am right now. I can't remember. Okay, so I'm 61%. I'm on chapter 20. And I think we're getting to the good part because she just found out something. And I'm like, oh, is this a plot twist? Like, are we getting to the plot twist finally? Because honestly, the first 50% is very slow, but I know that it's slow because they're trying to build up the story. Like, I get it and I'm in it, and we're trying to figure out why some people are acting weird. And you know what? I don't think I've said this, but The Mad Wife is giving me the same vibes of Don't Worry, Darling, the movie with Harry Styles. And that is what I am picturing in my head while I'm reading it. That's all I can picture. Because I feel like it has very similar elements where all the housewives are like very picture perfect. Like, why do we have to stick to such a specific routine and make our husbands happy? And XYZ. And so that's all I can think about. I don't think it's gonna have the same storyline or the same ending or anything like that. Which honestly, that movie was surprisingly very good. And I feel like it got a bad rep because of all of the PR that was going on around that time, all the scandal drama, you know. But when it did come out on HBO, I watched it and I was like, wait, this is kind of good. This was kind of good. So if you haven't watched it, you guys should definitely watch it. I don't know if it's still on HBO because I watched it maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember, but it's giving the same vibe. So I'm kind of excited to see how it ends. I haven't seen a lot of people talk about it, so I don't know if people are liking it or not. Also, big tangent, but Georgia is really in its peak fall right now. And every single time, okay, I'm looking at my backyard right now, and all of the leaves are like, it looks like a wallpaper, like an animated wallpaper where the leaves just like continuously are falling from the trees. However, every single time I try to take a video of it, it stops. And I'm like, okay, my bad. I am loving the fall foliage in Georgia right now. It is so beautiful. When I am driving, I'm staring at the leaves and the trees, and they're just so beautiful, like red, orange, yellow, like, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. I just want to spend forever outside and just stare at these beautiful colors. I've been enjoying my morning walks so much because it is the perfect weather, the perfect scenery, and I have an audiobook playing. Like, that is the perfect morning, honestly, for me. So speaking of the errands that we were running 2 days ago, we went to Dutch Bros. Pretty sure I'm gonna include some of these clips, but we went to Dutch Bros, we were running errands. We were like, oh, like they have their holiday menu out, like let's go try some drinks. And I wanted to get the holiday cookie one, and they had these like cute little, you know, green and red sprinkles on their drinks that made it look super festive. However, we got to the little drive up menu and they were like, oh, like that, we're actually out of stock of the holiday cookie syrup, but what we can do is give you like a vanilla syrup or like a vanilla latte, and we'll make it like similar to the holiday cookie one. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Can I just also get white mocha syrup? And they're like, yeah, cool. And with the sprinkles, and they're like, yeah, cool. Okay, y'all, they bring out the drink, birthday cake sprinkles. This isn't giving holiday. This is not giving festive. And I know it's such a small thing to be upset over. I'm aware it was a very small thing, but I wanted a holiday drink. I wanted the holiday vibes. I wanted the holiday sprinkles. I'm saying that right now because we are going to accomplish that and make a holiday drink at home our way, because I have an abundance of holiday sprinkles. And so I was like, I can make it at home. So that is what we're gonna do. We're gonna read some of The Mad Wife and hopefully finish it by today. See how many hours it says. I know I'm at 61%, but I have 2 hours and 30 minutes left. I don't know if I will finish that today. Maybe. I'm also binging Selling Sunset right now because this season is so tea, so drama. I think last time I talked to you guys, I had started the first episode. The season is good, and I also heard some news. I don't know if you guys want to know, but Chriselle is not going to be on the new season. Yeah, I need to catch up and see what all that discourse is about.
Cheesecake Factory who?
Finished The Mad Wife, and honestly it was a lot more emotional than I was expecting. I know it's a historical fiction and it has like a suspense slash psychological plot, but towards the end it got very emotional, and I feel like it'll really hit home if you're a mom or even a wife, which I am neither of those things, but it still made me a little emotional. I did not cry, but I did feel like a lot of, honestly, the entire book is pretty sad. But I don't think you'll feel that way until you get to a specific part. Probably when you get to the 70% mark and afterwards, it just puts everything into a different perspective. If you've read it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't want to give any spoilers, but I really urge you to read the author's note after you're done reading it, because it really solidified the entire book and just the ending overall for me. I feel like this is a book that's going to truly stick with me forever. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to forget this book. It's crazy how different we lived in the 50s. Like, or not we, but just how society lived in the 50s and how overlooked women's problems are. I mean, I feel like that's still relevant even now, but it was more so back then. I don't know if everyone is going to like this. I don't want to say every woman should read this book, because I feel like there are a lot of people who won't care for it and who won't enjoy it and who won't understand the story of it. So in the author's note, she also says where she got a lot of, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the word, where she got a lot of inspiration from, I'm pretty sure. And she noted that the song What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish was probably one of her main inspirations. And honestly, if that song was made into a book, it would be this one. I completely agree with her. If that resonates with you, I think you should read it. If that does not resonate with you, don't read it. Highly, highly recommend. I think this was probably one of my first historical fictions that I willingly wanted to pick up and read. I feel like the other historical fictions that I've read, we were forced to read in school, or it was like a school requirement to read it. Very, very good. And I think I'm gonna give it a 4.5. That's how much I liked it. There's just something about it that I just can't stop thinking about. I know I was talking to you guys about this before when I was talking about how the book reminded me of Don't Worry Darling, and that still stands. It's not the same ending, it's not like the same, but it's a little similar. Okay, no, I just contradicted myself saying that it's not similar. But if you enjoyed Don't Worry Darling, I think you'll also enjoy this book. It's like a mix of Don't Worry Darling and something else, but I can't figure out what that something else is without spoiling it for you. We're getting snow flurries in Georgia right now, and the weather is so insane from what it was like a couple days ago and what it will be a couple days from now. Like, not making sense. The weather is not making sense right now. Like, it should not be snowing, or like we shouldn't be getting snow flurries in Georgia right now, because the weather a couple days ago was in like the low 70s, and now we're in like the 20s for no reason. No reason, and it's gonna be even colder tomorrow. So, that's why we have the fireplace on. We're all cozy and have my Kindle. I don't know a book I'm gonna start now, and I think those are the only updates. Oh, my caramel cheesecakes came out very, very good. I think next time when I make it, I will probably put a little bit less apples. I feel like the apples were a little, not overwhelming. There were just too many of them. I do have another batch that I did not put apples on, and I think I'm gonna do Biscoff on them. So TBD, I might show you guys how those turn out. But otherwise, I think they came out really good, and this is my first time making cheesecake. So I will take that as a win. Broccoli cheddar soup was so good. It is the perfect meal to eat when it's super cold outside. And my thing is, it's gonna be colder tomorrow. Like you guys saw, I started Quicksilver as an audiobook because I believe the second one is coming out at the end of this month. I'm not sure what it's called, but I've had this on my TBR ever since it came out, which I think was last year. And I just have not obviously read it. So I'm really liking it so far. I'm about 3 hours in. There's really not much update on. I'm only on chapter 7 and 15% through with the book. When it comes to physical book, I was going to start Burnout. Well, I did start it. I'm on chapter 1. There was a prologue, so that's what I read. But now I'm on chapter 1, and I was gonna read it because I'm pretty sure we were going to do our exchange next week. But according to everyone's Goodreads, no one has started reading their book, so I may or may not start it because I'm not really in the mood to read it. I'm kind of only reading it because I'm running out of time and I'm not going to be here next week, so I feel like I need to get ahead. Yeah, I don't know. But when I stalked their Goodreads, no one is reading their book right now. So maybe I still have time because I don't really. Maybe I'll keep reading it, but right now I don't really feel like reading it. Nails need some serious TLC. I don't know if you can tell, but just take my word for it because this nail is ripping. It keeps getting caught in my hair, and I'm pretty sure I've had these for about 4 weeks now. I need to take them off. And Black Sparkles was so Halloween, and we're like almost 3 weeks into November. No way. 2 weeks. I'm so dramatic. Anyway, so I think I'm going to watch a show. There have been so many new shows. I told you guys I finished Selling Sunset. I don't know if I said that actually, but I did. There is a psychological thriller that everyone has been talking about that's on, I was gonna say Psychology. Why was I gonna say that? That's on Peacock. And I think it's called All Her Fault. Everyone says like, oh, you need to stop everything you're doing and watch this. So I might watch that. I'm also really interested in, oh my god, what is it called? Let me just go look. I'm also very interested in All's Fair. That's on Hulu, which is like a comedy drama. It's like about attorneys. It's a show that Ryan Murphy created. I'm really interested in watching that, but I think I'm gonna watch All Her Fault because I love a good thriller. Secret search for a missing boy unravels deep family secrets and unlikely alliances. I don't know, everyone keeps saying it's so good. Like, that didn't sound that good, but I am gonna hope that people don't steer me wrong. So I think I'm gonna watch some of that, drink my sleepy time tea. You guys, what brand is this? The traditional, wait, the way it's worded, traditional medicinals. This company's nighty night extra tea, it will knock you out. Like, it will help you knock out. I almost feel drowsy. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. And it has no melatonin. It's truly just herbs. I get such great sleep whenever I drink this tea, and I love it. Like, I love having a really good sleeping routine, and this is doing wonders to me. I'm gonna drink this, do my nails, and watch All Her Fault, which is, like I said, a psychological thriller. And you know what? I hope it's not like scary. If it's scary, I think I'm gonna stop watching it, because what if I get nightmares and don't really want nightmares? I'm rambling now, but that is what I'm gonna do, and I will catch you guys later. Already this is starting off with a bang. I might not even do my nails because I'm like hooked already, and we're only 2 minutes in. Maybe do on the nails. I think I'm just gonna relax with my tea, honestly.